So, last time on Standard Aerei, the party traveled around globally trying to find a way back to Cattery after having a discussion with Myson and trying to figure out what to do next from there. But as they were about to teleport, they learned an interesting thing about their party member Hank. And they met a mysterious woman calling herself Aerei, who had previously been a dove. And she told you all a story. A very sad story. And that's where we're going to pick up.
A sad story with cookies.
Every sad story needs cookies.
Sad cookies, though.
And just to verify, everybody was in the room while this story was being told.
Rain and the wizard that owned the shop are out front.
Got it. But all the PCs were present.
Yeah, because we're dicks and we decided to kick the guy out of his own shop.
Right.
You, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
It's a private matter.
Which means from their perspective, they just saw a light coming from inside. They have no idea what's going on.
Pretty much. The wizard is like, I sense celestial magic. Like,
Let me leave for an hour and 17 minutes.
this couldn't possibly be of interest to me, who owns the shop.
Wait, so is Aerei still there, or is it back to Hank now?
Aerei's standing there, and they're kind of slowly disintegrating because they're separate.
So, you're both like birds, and do you both eat birdseed?
Yes.
That's what you took away from that story?
Yeah, they're like bird people. They turn into birds.
This tracks. Okay. Miss Aerei, if I understand your story correctly, you and Mr. Hank are demigods, former demigods who sort of broke one of the most important basic laws of nature?
Yes, that's fair. That's about accurate as to what occurred. If not a bit rough.
Oh, sorry.
No, rough would be saying that you fucked up royally.
That is also an accurate statement.
Very accurate.
Wait, can you talk as your bird?
No, it gets a little complicated with that. It's a little diminished.
I feel like Aerei coughs and like a bunch of like glittery dust comes out and she flickers and she says, I have to go. And then the form shrinks, and you just see the bird again on the floor. Looking tired. And Hank is no longer dissolving.
Hank picks up Aerei, puts her on his shoulder, and just goes back to Tia. It's like, think of like, how you trance and you kind of can't do very much? It's like that, but for way longer.
Well, I actually understand how that feels. I'm not saying I'm empathizing, I'm just saying I know how it feels.
I'm not expecting you to empathize.
Okay, good. As long as we're on the same page.
That we're on the exact same page, but not unempathetically.
Right, 100%.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, good.
It's a fact.
Arthur's gonna look at Hank and go, now you become a bird. Now you.
I don't want to be a bird right now.
Oh.
Tia would probably come over and hug Hank like, that was such a sad story.
Yeah, well, it's not over yet. And kind of just like awkward pat.
Oh, she holds on for a solid minute.
Uncomfy hug.
So just hand on her head and just looking. It's like, anyways.
All right, so moral of the story is you can't teleport, so we have to huff it.
Well, it also explains why Mr. Hank is involved the way he is. I mean, everyone else has some sort of connection, and I guess this kind of explains why Mr. Hank is involved with this whole big thing about the spell thing, right?
Spell thing? I don't...
Well,
I'm not following.
Well, Mr. Myson said that there was someone trying to find a spell to make someone to a god, right? So, I am a cleric for like a god. You have kind of been world hopping. You keep coming back here. I mean, Arger was unfrozen in time. And, I mean, Mr. Hank is a former demigod? I'm not really sure how it works for you, Mr. Hank, but like, you basically you were really connected to the gods, right?
Was, and would rather not go back to that.
Merman has a solid point. The dragon asked us at one point if we or any of our known associates were not where they're supposed to be. And this kind of tracks for all of us, doesn't it? I'm obviously not where I'm supposed to be. You're supposed to be under the water. And he points at Sapala. You're supposed to be at the gates of the afterlife. And he'll point at Hank. You're supposed to be dead. And he points at Arger.
Hey!
And you're obviously traveling. This is in your homeland. You're supposed to be somewhere else. So we're all travelers in a sense.
I mean, there's a lot of people that travel.
Sure, but I think we're a bit of an exception there, Hank.
I mean, since we're coming clean, I am a princess.
Hey, you're royalty too?
What?
Yeah.
Huh.
Active royalty, not ex-royalty.
Okay, easy.
Wow, shady.
Damn.
Okay.
She just twisted that knife. Just.
Miss Tia, you're a princess?
Yeah, I was trying to keep it a secret just in case, but since we're all sharing, yeah, I'm a princess.
Sapala just bows to her.
You don't have to do that.
And you guys from the doorway here, and I'm a wizard who owns the shop, and I'm coming back in now.
I guess that's only fair.
Nosy.
And Rain kind of tramps in behind him, like, sorry, I tried to stall him, but I'm not very good at small talk anymore.
I mean, you kept him busy for like an hour or so.
Yeah, he got really bored of me talking about varieties of tea after a while.
Fair.
I can't imagine.
All right, Wizard Man. Well, we appreciate the services, but apparently we're not going to be able to take advantage of any of them. So you enjoy the rest of your evening.
Most unfortunate. Well,
Yes,
good
yes,
luck
it
with
is.
that patron problem. Seems bad.
Yes.
Bye.
Here's 10 gold to never speak about it again.
Oh, I'll take it gladly, sir. My lizard lips are lizard zipped.
Yes, or else there'll be lizard ripped off your face.
Mr. Hank, that seems really aggressive.
I would be careful who I threatened, sir.
No, I'm just saying, you know, I'm paying for
Me
a service.
too. Get out of my store now. Bye.
Your circle's stupid.
Bye! It was nice to meet you.
You know, I'm the barbarian, and everyone else seems so angry and violent. So I don't get what the deal is with this group.
And Rain kind of looks at Archer and goes, "Yeah, it's weird. I've seen big guys like you. They're usually the angry ones, but you seem very soft and nice. Like you don't fit in."
Oh, I'm not soft.
He's a teddy bear.
Huh.
He's a Loxodon.
You do seem out of place, though. I've never seen a Loxodon with hair.
What?
They all shave.
Do they really? She looks very confused. She's like, I didn't know that. Like,
What is shave?
Tia just kind of has her hand up on her forehead like, oh, okay.
Yes, they use unicorns to shave.
What?
she's gonna try and insight you.
Hank, I don't understand what you're saying.
Hey, go ahead and roll a deception.
I mean, I'm really not trying to. It's dripping with
You're
sarcasm.
not trying to, you're just being sarcastic? Okay. Yeah, she just blinks at you and she goes, "Oh, you're joking. Sorry, it's been a while since I've talked to, like,
People.
normal people."
Normal.
Yeah.
Okay. Normal.
Well, you know, comparatively, I assume that Tia probably filled you into my situation. Anyway, we probably shouldn't talk about it in this town. So let's get walking.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit.
Yeah, it is. So, just to verify,
Yes,
teleportation's out.
it seems so.
We can't get a horse because they're too expensive.
That guy's a dick.
Feel free to tell me if I'm way off base here, but is anyone up for maybe taking a horse?
That is called stealing.
Yes, it is.
I don't know if it would be a good idea to steal from this particular town. I hear that you've already been in the jail here, not to be rude.
Right, so I mean, we have practice, right? So
No, I would not like to steal a horse. And I got Barkley, so I don't really need a horse. I think we just have to walk.
It's only like a day's walk anyway. Like, you guys walked here before.
what time of day is it?
It's probably afternoon, like
No, we just had breakfast, if I recalled.
And then a story.
Oh, you're right. You run to the magic shop after breakfast, so it's probably 10 or 11.
All right, well, if we want to make it before sunbreak the next day, we should get going.
Fine. All right. Let's go.
And this seems like an excellent place for a skills challenge!
Yay!
Huzzah!
Roll initiative!
How bad can this trip go?
As a bonus to y'all, I'm going to let you guys have a rain dice.
Yay.
If there
Make it
is
rain.
a failure, one of you can roll a different dice to represent rain helping you to try and succeed.
So rain essentially grants us an advantage.
Yes, but one collective as the party.
We're going to have 4 successes and 3 failures. No. We're actually going to have... No, I did that math wrong. Hold on. We're going to have 5 successes and 4 failures.
Okay, slightly different.
It makes sense, because it would kind of suck to be like, skill challenge, yeah! 4 people ace it, and the other person's just like, I'll fuck myself.
I guess I'll fuck myself.
Which would probably be me, because I rolled a 2.
Oh, good.
I rolled worse.
What?
Mike.
I rolled worse than 2.
You rolled a 1.
I did roll a 1.
Okay.
I rolled a
got
natural
it.
1.
Nice.
So Archer's got a natty 1.
Do you roll a fail scale on an initiative roll?
No, that's
it's-
bonkers.
Okay.
I mean, no.
That serve?
We would this entire podcast would be nothing but fail scales for Kurt if we did nothing but for every other check. I mean, I love the man dearly, but I am well aware of his condition.
It's a terminal condition.
The current effect.
Tony, what did you get?
22. Because I get advantage on initiative.
Hannah, what'd you get?
18.
And Billy?
13.
Okay, so we got Shift, Tia, Zapala, Hank, and Arger. So it's... Shitter. Shitter.
It sounds like a really fat guy trying to get up. Like,
It's me in the morning when I have a hangover.
Just old man noises.
Okay. So top of the round, we've got Shift. You guys are starting to leave Lobley Gardens. You have a very long travel time ahead of you. It's a beautiful sunny day. Plain road ahead of you and some woods. What do you do to help move the party along more quickly?
I think every step that Shift takes is just making him angrier because he could have teleported if it wasn't for one of his party members, and he could have been on a horse if the rest of his party members were a little bit more morally ambiguous like he was. So he's fairly upset,
Sure.
and so upset that he is not paying attention to where he's going. What is the landscape in the area?
Right now, it's just like kind of a light woods. There's like a dirt path that you guys are on.
A light woods, okay. Would you say like there's maybe like a dip or something? Like
Yeah, it's probably a bumpy little road,
Okay, so there's like a hill, like a pretty steep hill, like off to the
Yeah, it
side.
could be hilly for sure.
Okay, cool. So let's say he's not paying attention to where he's going.
Okay.
And because he's not paying attention, he's just kind of grumbling and like kicking twigs and stuff out of the way. Fucking, let's just steal a horse. It's not that hard. And then, because he's not paying attention, he will accidentally fall down the hill. But before any actual damage can come about, he will immediately face step back to where he was before he actually impacts down the hill.
Okay, so you'd like to use Arcana?
Yes, an Arcana roll, please.
So that obviously won't use the actual spell slot, but I would like you to roll for your change.
Oh, yeah, well, should I do that? What do you want me to roll first?
Roll Arcana and see how well that goes.
That's a nat 20. I'm not even lying.
Shit! Obviously that's a success, bro! You teleport. You find yourself in a world where there's just a giant couch and a girl dressed like a clown sitting on it, and she's calling to her doll, who then gets up and starts walking across the room towards her before you poof back into this world.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I poof back into this world as Spring, which means I have green hair, green eyebrows, green skin, green eyes.
It's the default shift. We like default
It is
shift.
the standard shift, yes.
Way to
Standard
go,
shift.
Prince of Persia.
Nice.
Yeah, I've shifted back into neutral.
I see that you got that reference over there, Hannah.
Yes.
I don't
Were you singing the big comfy couch song just then?
Yes, I
That's what
was.
that was?
Yes, I
Yeah.
Is that a
was.
reference to?
It's a big comfy couch.
Oh, man, that sounded like a nightmare that you just...
Oh,
It keeps popping up on my TikTok too, and I'm just like,
Me too, and I'm like,
So Shift teleports back exactly where he was standing before he almost, like, essentially fell to his doom, and has kind of like a 1,000-yard stare because of what he just saw, and then just kind of like shakes it off and then goes, "Wow, that could have been very bad."
Terribly.
it was a cute show. Come on.
and Rain's like, weren't you just a different color?
Oh, no, that's right, nobody's told you. Yes, do you know much about Eladrins?
I thought you were an Eladrin, but I've never gotten to see one in person, and I didn't want to be rude.
Oh,
And you
not
seemed
at all.
very angry at me, so I didn't want to make you more angry by being wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry. I deeply apologize for my behavior before. Not only do I change color, but I can also change my emotional state very, very...
Ah, well, that
Rapid.
tracks. Lovely.
yes.
Green shift is happy shift. I like green shift.
I
Oh.
too like this shift. It's nice to re-meet you, sir.
Yes, no, that's fantastic. I still don't trust you, but I'm
I
glad
mean,
that we,
well,
we
I
at least...
understand. I understand our situation is a little unusual, and T and I have been friends forever, and like, I get it. But I'm very protective of her, so
Mhm.
if you come near my friend or hurt her, I will skin you alive and eat it.
Oh,
And then she just keeps walking.
Tia just walks proudly next to her, like, "Yep, this is my friend."
if her game plan was to try to make her trust her, I'm not sure that was the right tact.
Oh, she doesn't care.
Arger butts in. Arger butts in and goes, "You know, skin's not really the most nutritious part of an animal when you hunt it. Like, normally the meat is better. Like, you're not gonna get really fed off skin."
Oh no, the
Oh,
point isn't to get fat, it's mostly spite.
It's a threat, Arger.
Sapala, what's spite?
Next scene.
Yep.
Yep.
So next up is Tia.
Tia has missed Rain for a while, so to pass the time and make things go faster for them, they're gonna play leapfrog using acrobatics.
Brilliant, do it. Two frogs playing leapfrog. Let's do this.
That's a big leap.
Right?
15?
That is on the nose what you needed.
Well, now we know.
and knowing is half the battle.
G.I.
Joe!
Bunch of childhood television references, go!
The other half is brutal violence. Cobra.
Yes.
You want to control the weather. You do some Cobra shit for sure.
Oh my god. So you guys watch as Tia and Rain initially have this ridiculous conversation and then start doing hilarious leapfrog gestures, but for frogs it's like outstanding because they just leap so far and you guys have to like kind of jog a little bit to keep up with them because their leaps are so powerful. So next up is Sapala.
Sapala did this on the way there, but originally on the way back, he may as well try to do it again. Kind of keep an eye for any animals that are around, either general animals or like, any kind of predatory animals, things like that. So perception.
Are there any animals around? Okay.
Yeah, any kind, pretty much. So perception. That is a dirty 20.
Dip. Yeah, there are some animals around. You look around and you notice there are some snakes kind of just chilling. There are some squirrels climbing up the trees. There are different kinds of birds that you haven't seen yet. There's like some bluebirds and robins and some chickadees. So you do see quite a handful of animals. It's very fascinating for you because you haven't yet encountered these sorts of animals. And that is a success.
Land eels.
You know, that is what he calls them. He says there's land eels. This is amazing. These land eels are amazing. Look at them.
Oh, those are called snakes. You're a Triton from underwater, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
I've never met a Triton before. You know, your skin is much prettier than I imagined it would be.
I mean, I'd never imagined what your skin would look like, but it's very pretty too.
Thank you.
Aw.
This is what the color of every Ribbiton looks like, except for the royalty.
Didn't she just earlier say something about wanting to eat skin?
Yeah, no, I'm picking up on that too.
I'm
She
just.
was,
Yeah.
she was threatening you to protect me.
There's a lot of skin talk here, and it's making me uncomfortable.
Look, I'm sorry.
You got some real purty skin.
I don't like this.
So she looks at Apollo and she says, is it true that there's a lot of scavenging done on the ocean floor?
Oh yeah, lots of stuff. I mean, land people leave stuff all over the place in the ocean. It's really weird, but it's mostly like, trash circles and junk.
Well, I mean, if you don't mind later, I'm always looking to trade new stuff. So if you don't mind, I'd love to see if you have anything to trade and we could make a trade.
Sure.
That's great. I love that. Yeah. Because, you always have rare goods from other places that you've never been, and maybe I'll have something you've never had.
Really? That would be great. I would love that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wait. You don't use money with your trading, do you?
Oh, I can trade with items. That's okay. I have some items.
Okay. No, I'm just not used to the whole money thing up here yet.
I understand. It's not for everybody. And next up is Hank.
Sapala and Rain are just doing Pokemon cards right now.
I have a Charizard.
I got a first edition Charizard from the Gen 1 collection. What do you got?
I got a Magikarp.
I got a reverse hollow Chansey.
So, Hank would like to use deception.
Okay, who's he trying to deceive?
He's trying to look inconspicuous as he's essentially spying on Rain.
That's more of a stealth roll, friend.
I will do the stealth roll. I have a +2 in stealth.
And if you fail, you can use Rain to help you spy on Rain.
That's gonna get weird.
She's mentioned skin too many times.
Oh, God.
He's not wrong.
That is a 16.
That is a success. So that's 4 successes, no failures. You guys are really crushing it today.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you hear Rain talking to Sapala, and basically you kind of creep up behind one of the trees and practically blend into the shadows and peek around the corner and eavesdrop on them. And Rain does not notice at all that you're there.
Sapala's a sweet one, and I swear to God, if you mention something about his skin or wearing it, I'm gonna... Oh. I'm gonna put you 6 feet under. I'm gonna plant you like a tree, bitch.
Oh, God.
Plant you like a tree.
Title. That's our title, everybody.
From your perspective, they look like they're having a very pleasant conversation, and she is in no way threatening to him.
I'm watching you.
Oh my god. Mr. Hank, so protective.
So at the bottom of the round, it is Arger. Arger, obviously you can't use stealth. I'm sure you're pretty sad about it.
Oh no, what a tragedy. So, who looks like they're having the most difficult time walking?
I mean, everyone seems to be doing good.
I mean, Shift did almost die.
Yeah, Shift did almost fall, but he magicked himself to safety.
You can absolutely use Hank as a prop as well if you wish.
Yeah, you can use Shift or Hank as a prop. Like maybe you see Hank standing there sneaking up on Rain, and you're like, "Oh, you must be tired," and scoop his ass.
Well, let's keep with the theme. Since Rain seems to be the topic du jour today, how about I offer Rain a piggyback ride for the entire duration of the walk? That's gotta be athletics.
Yeah, that would definitely be athletics. She looks very excited to take you up on your offer.
Piggyback ride time. Let's do it.
She's small just like Tia, so it shouldn't be anything.
10.
A 10. Would you
Maybe
like
not.
to use the Rain inspiration to reroll?
Sure. Let's fucking do that. Why not? I rolled worse.
No, Ray!
So
Hey, you wanna? Oh.
yeah, basically you approach her and you're extremely uncomfortable, and you reach towards her, and you're like, "Hey, you want to ride?" And she's like, she gets really uncomfortable, and then kind of hides behind Tia, like, your friend is uncomfortable. I'm gonna walk with you.
I'm sure he was just trying to be nice, but I get it. That was a little weird.
Archer's an acquired taste.
That is a failure, unfortunately. That is 4 successes, 1 failure. So we're gonna go top of the round to Shift. And Rain has been used up, so you cannot use her again. Oh, and you cannot use Arcana, and you cannot use Athletics.
I am going to, in order to make up for my stumble at the beginning of said venture, I am going to be hyper aware of my surroundings and try to utilize my survival skills because of me growing up in the Feywild and being comfortable in forests to kind of understand how the paths work and try to find us a quicker route or some type of shortcut through the part of the forest that I've been able to kind of deem safe because of my just inherent knowledge of the woods.
Absolutely, roll it.
It's 15 plus 7, that is a 22.
That is a success. So as you're traveling, Shift suddenly pipes up that he's found a shortcut.
Hey everyone, I've found a shortcut.
For sure, I'll probably a little dubious about it, but it turns out he's right, and you take about 3 hours off your initial trip.
Nice.
Why would they put a path here? It saves so much time.
You realize it's probably a game path, so a lot of times people won't travel on it in case they encounter a bear.
If you hear a roar, run.
Oh, it means food.
No, it means your food.
I mean, we fought sentient armor. I think we can handle a bear.
You fought sentient armor? Is that what you just said?
Yes, that's exactly what I said. I have much to catch you up on.
Oh my god.
But if we meet a bear, we can make friends with it.
Oh yeah, we can make friends
I'm
with
not very
it.
good with animals, so I would probably hide.
Yeah, but Sapala can speak to animals.
Or we can make skins out of it. You like skins?
I mean, if it doesn't make skins out of us first, sure.
Yeah.
See, that's more the mindset that I kind of had when I said run.
Yeah, no, I trust your instinct on that one. That seems smart.
Speaking of skins, mine's crawling. Can we get the fuck out of this forest?
Yeah.
Hi, Tia here. I just wanted to stop in and thank our God tier patrons, Aaron Gibbs and Daniel Barton. You guys truly do help us grow this podcast and do all the things that we need to do. If you too would like to be a patron, please visit us at patreon.com/fantasybanjo. Thank you.
And you guys arrive at Cattery Cliffs. It's kind of like an edge entrance you hadn't entered in before. You're more on the residential side of things. And you guys pass what appears to be the shrine of the town as you come in.
And just to verify, you said this was about a full kind of 24-hour trip, but we saved a few hours because of the shortcut.
Yeah, it's evening at this point, probably. And you saved like 3 hours, so like...
Probably late night.
It might be like wee hours of the morning kind of deal, like just before sunrise or something like that.
Got it.
Archer looks to Hank. How does your skin crawl? Does it crawl off of you?
No, it's when you get the goosebumps, like when you hear things like taxes or mandatory gratuity.
Like when something scares you and your skin gets cold.
So when Hank says that whole spiel, he has the reaction of pretty much anything in The Simpsons where they just stare and blink with nothing, no words. He just blinks and and then he's got nothing and he just goes, "So what are we doing here now?"
Oh, we're gonna have a word with Jonathan.
I mean, I would think at this time the shop is probably closed. Did you guys have a tavern you were staying at that we could stay in until a more reasonable hour? We should probably rest, otherwise we might be exhausted.
Well, he doesn't sleep.
Oh, that seems neat.
Yeah, it's a real blast.
Is it a curse?
I mean, isn't that a little personal?
No, I mean, someone just told me you don't sleep, and you didn't seem to have very fun with it, so I thought maybe it was something you required assistance with.
What's it to you?
Well, I mean, I'm not very bad at making tea.
I don't like tea.
No sleepy time tea for you then. That's fine. Okay.
I mean, to be fair, we technically don't sleep, we trance.
Well, yeah, but it's still some rest. It's rest. The way he put it seemed like it wasn't a choice.
He's just a weird one.
Oh, okay.
Do we still have those rooms available for us?
I mean, you should still have your key there, partner.
Oh, do I? And like Shift will
Yeah.
just start kind of like
So
patting
You
himself
search
down.
your
Like,
pocket and you find a pocket with a fish-shaped key in it.
oh, well, that isn't that convenient. Well, we have one room.
We can go pay her a visit.
I'm sure she's going to be thrilled to see us.
That's actually quite a good idea. I do still technically owe her a favor. So, we're talking about the bartender, right?
Yeah. I never got her name.
Elegant.
Ah, yes, Ellie. Thank you for reminding me. It would be quite rude of me to reintroduce myself. Although I do look a little different now, don't I?
More or less.
I wonder if she'll recognize me.
Let's find out.
So you all meander through town and make your way to the Catnip Tavern. And even though it's the wee hours, there's still a lantern on outside. And there's a bar across the door. And it says, on a little sign, it says, "Ring bell for service."
Marjorie, do you want to take a shot at this?
Ding, 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 ding.
So Archer viciously rings the bell.
Oh,
You see at the top window to the right, actually, of the tavern, which is like adjacent to the tavern but not part of it, flings open and you see Elegant stick her head out. Her hair is in curlers. And she goes, "For land's sakes, you only need to pull it once, you buffoon."
Hi.
Oh, well, that makes sense. I'll be right down, sugar. Hold on. And she pulls her head back in, closes her window.
First time with the bell. It was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They come on little sticks. We'll get you one next time we see one.
Ooh.
The door to the building next door opens, and Elegant steps out. She's wearing some sort of like a pink frilly nightdress, and she has taken the curlers like out of her hair, it just seems so that way she could come outside. She sees you all and she says, "Well, come on." And then she looks at Shift and goes, "Did you dye your hair, hun?" And then she opened the door. She goes over to the bar area and she's like, "Rooms, I take it, because we don't serve food and booze at this hour."
Well, I suppose I should return this to you.
"Ah, no, you didn't sleep in it, so you can just take it. The number's on the key."
Well, thank you. I guess we'll only need one less room. Also, I would like to apologize. I lied to you. I told you I was never going to see you again, and that was obviously
And I told you that I would.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
Does the name Baba Yaga ring any bells?
Yeah, Bell.
As soon as I say that, I just want to roll an insight check on her.
Okay.
Like, I'm just looking for an immediate reaction when I say the name.
Sure. What do you got?
21.
She looks tired, and she, like, scrunches up her face a little as she thinks.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like, have you ever seen when someone is going through their brain as if it's a book?
Yeah.
It's almost like she's flipping through her mental pages to see if that's a name she remembers.
Like a brain Rolodex.
Right.
Yeah.
And she goes, I heard about her as a witch in a storybook or something. Some kind of a bad fairy.
Based off my insight check, can I tell, like, what she's saying is fairly, like, genuine? Like, that's really all she knows?
She's probably not giving you all of what she knows, but that is mostly what she knows.
Okay. Got it.
It doesn't seem like it's a nefarious thing, more like she just got up out of bed at like 3 a.m. and you're asking her random questions about witches.
Got it. Yeah.
So she, that's what she gives you, Shift, and then she looks at the rest of the party and goes, "How many rooms? We've got 3 available, so some of y'all have to share."
Oh, I'll share with Mira, it's fine.
I could sleep outside.
Well, I'm not going to need a room, so you could go ahead and take that one, Archer, if you want.
Okay.
I don't care. Give me the money. How many rooms you want?
We'll take all 3.
Good. That'll be 8 silver.
Here. And, you can keep the change. I hand her a gold.
Great, and she scoops it puts it in the till, reaches under, pulls out 3 keys, slaps them on the table, and then looks at everyone tiredly like, alright, go on. I like to see everyone gets to where they need to be before I lock the door behind me.
Pull up bar seat.
I grab one of the keys. Say sweet dreams.
And Rain goes, okay, bye. She goes with Tia.
Sapala will also grab a key and take Arger's and give it to him before kind of leading him upstairs and showing him where his room is.
Okay.
Shift, are you still standing there at the bar?
Yes, yeah, no, Shift has, still has his key.
Right.
Before he heads up, Shift's gonna kind of lean into the bar, towards Elegant and be like, thank you again. Whatever favor you need of me, I know we kind of made a deal. You just say the word and it is done.
Oh, don't worry. I'll know how to find you. She boops your nose.
Uh-huh.
Give me a constitution save.
This is probably going to be a failure, but I'm not sure.
Oh, I mean, not constitution. I'm sorry. Wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay.
I apologize.
It's probably still going to be a failure. I rolled a 9 for wisdom.
Okay, great. You get a funny kind of shiver along your spine. And she smiles.
That was surprisingly pleasant. Could you please explain to me what just happened?
Oh, I'll just know where to find you.
Oh, good. Well...
Because you owe me a favor.
Right.
And I'll know how to reach you, no matter where you are.
No matter, like, even if I'm not on this dimension?
No matter where, darling. And she just smiles.
And Shift's gonna lean into Hank and just be like, what is with me and curses? I seem to just kind of fall right
Oh,
into
don't worry,
them.
it's not a curse. What do you think, I'm evil? Absolutely not. That's such a waste of fun.
I think you just know how to attract the good ones.
A wise man. Now scoot your boot into your bedroom so I can go back to mine.
Alright. Hank, do you need anything before I leave, sir?
No.
Okay, well, you enjoy the rest of your night. I'll be in room, and I'll look at the key. What's the number on the key?
6.
I'll be in room 6 if you need anything. I don't require as much sleep as the big man or the underwater man, but I know that the 2 frogs trance just like me, so if you need any help, we're probably the first to come to. Enjoy the rest of your night. And then he'll kind of walk up the stairs to room 6.
And so Elegant goes over to the fire, picks up a log, puts it next to Hank, and says, I expect that you tend to that fire since you don't sleep, sir.
Well, I learned from last time.
Thank you. And she goes to the door, closes it behind her, and you hear the lock go over, so that way you guys are safe from anyone who would break in at night. And then you hear her kind of go into her complex next door. Is there anything anyone needed to do in this evening time before, or should I just fast forward to the next morning?
And just for reference, Zapala would probably cast a good berry or 2 before he went to bed, just to make they've got extra good berries from our.
Okay,
they're
that's
good
fair.
for healing and food.
How long do they last?
24 hours.
Perfect. Yeah, that's fine.
I probably caught up Rain and then was going to try to convince her to just tell the crew everything that she knows.
You're trying to convince Rain to essentially spill all her guts about the cult situation to your friends?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me a persuasion roll.
Oh, I got 19 on the die.
You do persuade her. She's convinced by the end of your discussion, and she says, all right, well, if you trust them, I'll trust them.
I trust them, and it might be pertinent to something, since we're kind of somehow connected. I don't know.
Okay,
We'll tell them in the morning, though. Let's get some rest.
that sounds good. And then you sleep.
For the record, I am cuddling her.
Oh,
holding her tightly.
She's out like a light. You remember from when you were kids that that she was always the first one to fall asleep, and she sleeps like she's dead.
Perfect.
Trances like she's dead.
Yeah, she trances like a dead frog.
It works.
Just face down in the water.
Face down and drool. Alrighty. Shift. As
Yes.
you're trancing, you don't usually dream when you're trancing.
No, I usually look like the girl from The Ring when I'm trancing.
But tonight, as you're trancing, your mind starts to wander a little bit. And you find yourself in the Feywild. And sitting in the Feywild is a woman you've never seen before. She appears young, dark-haired. She has kind of a very Zooey Deschanel kind of look about her. And she looks at you and she says, "Are you having fun yet?" The voice to you is very familiar.
What version of Shift am I right now?
You're Spring.
I'm still Spring, okay. I suppose that depends on what you're referring to.
All your, adventures.
Oh, is that what they're called? See, I was under the impression they were nightmares. I think that might answer your question.
Well, I am trying to help, but it's a little hard to reach you lately, because you keep changing planes. I like change, but it's a lot of change.
I guarantee you if I had any control over it, there would be a lot less change.
Oh, I know. I'm doing my best to have there be a little less change for you. You've noticed, right?
And you are?
Avandra.
Avandra?
Yeah, you can call me Avandra. I don't always look like this, but I decided to come this way because I know that you have a thing for pretty girls.
Yeah, that hasn't seemed to be doing me any favors.
It hasn't, but it's fun.
Again, that word you use, I don't know if you understand the meaning of that word.
I don't think you understand how I perceive the meaning of that word, but that's a different thing.
Alright, perception, semantics.
Like, fun is just fun. Anyway.
Well, I appreciate any assistance you've been able to provide.
Well, you keep coming back to the same spot. That's the best I can do for now.
That is you. You're the reason I keep on running into these adventurers.
Yep. I need you there.
Why? Please, I need to understand why this is...
Well, it's complicated. Pieces are gonna fall into place pretty soon. But I can't tell you yet, because it would be hard for your mortal brain to perceive.
I mean, I've seen some shit.
So, I just want you to know that you need to keep an eye out.
For the frog who wants to skin people, yes, I know I've been keeping an eye out.
Well, no, I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say you need to keep an eye out on pickpockets.
Pickpockets. And then just instinctively Shift will start, like, I understand it's not like a corporeal form, but just kind of like involuntarily he'll start like making sure like all his things are where they should be, like his rapier and like materials that he has for like...
Not here. You're not physically here. I know that's hard to perceive.
Right. Sorry.
But, don't worry. It's gonna be okay. And, say hi to Elegant for me. Then she, kind of pats your cheek, and your mind is blank again. So the next morning comes. Obviously, Hank does not sleep, so Elegant wanders in.
Took care of the fire for you.
And she smiles at you, and she goes, "Thank you, you're a doll." And then she goes over, starts making breakfast, and she goes, "You want coffee?"
Yes, please.
"You take it black like my soul?"
Oh, you know me.
For the record, Steph is sitting there shifting around her shirt, and I feel that's happening in character too. Just like
probably.
Adjusting everything, like, yeah, black like my soul,
whatever.
adjusting your shirt.
Probably. I'm just a fidgeter. And she starts getting breakfast together. She brings you a piping hot cup of coffee. It smells really good. She lays out bacon and eggs and bread and cheese, the usual, and starts bustling around for the morning. And you guys can all be up whenever you want to be up.
Breakfast!
Arger's up at like the crack of dawn.
Shift is going to break out of his trance, and he is going to make his way. Once he hears Arger's boop, 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 boop down the stairs, he will know that at least one of the other party members, other than Hank, is awake, so he will make his way downstairs for breakfast.
Yeah, the smell of breakfast is in the air. You can hear Elegant kind of humming to herself in the kitchen, scrubbing up, getting set up for the day.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
I believe in my inventory I have a drum. Yes, I do. Could I try playing the drum? We're going for this now. Can I try playing the drum along with her singing?
She's just humming. But you could try. Give me a performance roll.
Oh, let's see how this goes. I didn't do well. I got a 3 altogether.
So Ardra comes down the stairs, hears Elegant humming to herself in the kitchen. He's like, I can accompany this. And just like a toddler starts banging on this drum. And she's like, whoa, look. I might sound like I'm pleasant in the morning, but I am not. You stop that.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Ooh. Do I still get breakfast?
Yes, it's on the table. Go get it.
Okay.
Long sip of black coffee.
This Apollo would probably end up coming downstairs just after shift. And he's never slept in a bed before, so like he probably like looks like he's pretty refreshed, I suppose.
Sure.
And just come down, immediately see bacon, and just start eating bacon.
So everyone comes down. I assume Tia and Rain come down. Everyone has a nice breakfast. So Rain sits down at the table and she looks around at everybody and she goes, Tia seems to think that I can trust you guys. So I wanted to tell you that I haven't been telling you the whole truth.
No.
Is she a murderer? Like, I just look directly at Tia, like, is this who you associate with?
Hank, this is Rain.
Are you a princess too?
No, I'm Rain.
No, she's the princess's best friend. Still.
Is her middle initial N, last name Blood?
What?
Rain and blood.
What?
No?
Guys, I love her. She's my best friend. Hear her out. She might have information that might help us. She knows a lot of the stuff that's going on in Lobely.
Look, I couldn't tell you all this in Lobely because I was worried who would overhear, but there's a cult undercover there, and it's in the tea shop, and it's all over the town. The bottom line is, I was trying to infiltrate it while I was there because I saw them take Tio.
Tio is my brother, for the record.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Who was supposed to be dead, but evidently he's not dead.
He's not. He's alive, and they've done something to him, and now they're trying to send him back home. And I'm not sure why, but I just know it can't possibly be good.
What do you mean they've done something?
Some kind of brainwashing or reprogramming. I'm not sure what you'd call it. He just wasn't right.
Okay, thank you for being more specific. I didn't know if they gave him, like, knife for hands or, things like that. Like, to say they did something.
Is that something people do?
Anyways.
No, that's a good question. Is that something people do? What?
Shift's gonna lean into Ardra and, like, just put a nice comforting hand on his shoulder and be like, there was actually one entire dimension of people who had blades.
No, there wasn't. No, there wasn't. No. I don't want to know about this.
Okay. That's fair enough.
So I'm sorry that I had to not include that in my introduction. My name is Rain, and we grew up together, and we need your help to save our hometown.
How long ago did he leave?
We don't know exactly. I don't know if he's already on his way or if he's en route. I just know last I saw him, they were shuffling him back out. And I was trying to learn more information by integrating myself into this place, which was really hard and awful. And she has this, like, 30-yard stare for a second where she seems to, like, disassociate. And she goes, that's not important right now.
Alright, so it seems pretty simple. We sit here, we eat the bacon, go to Jonathan, bounce his head off a counter, go to wherever you said you were from, and kill Tio? Is that the game plan?
Well, no,
hopefully not.
We don't kill him.
I mean,
that's my brother. I love him. Like, and also the heir to the throne, because I don't want to be the heir to the throne. I don't have what it takes to be a queen.
Ardra looks at Hank and goes, wait, kill her? What do you mean?
I'm trying to figure out the direct solution. I don't know if you're good with reprogramming people.
I don't even know what that means.
Exactly.
Miss Tia, then, I'm sorry, Your Majesty.
You don't have to call me Your Majesty.
I know. Anyways, but obviously if we go to help stop your brother, I mean, I'm gonna guess, and he kind of looks to between Arger and Hank, and he just goes, "I'm gonna guess the getting him to stop might cause some violence. I mean, we won't kill him, right, Mr. Hank? But we may have, if we have to stop him, I guess aggressively. Is that okay for you?"
Incapacitate, subdue.
Break his legs.
That seems reasonable.
I would prefer to figure out what's going on with him and have a course of action. I've already mourned his death once. I would prefer not to do it twice. Not for a while, anyways.
That's fair.
We could count it as the same one.
No, it does not count as the same one, Hank. That's not how this works.
Oh. Well, you're grumpy and mean. What's up with that, Hank? Do you, need a therapist?
I have a therapist.
He's got a bird for that.
Yeah. That's what the...
No, she's not your therapist. We learned this.
Meanwhile, Ari this whole time has been very still on his shoulder and, sleeping.
Oh, all right.
See, now that you've just, let it all out of the bag, isn't that so much better? I mean, I knew there was a reason why I didn't trust you, and now I know the reason why I didn't trust you. So now I can trust you.
I mean, I just didn't want us all to die if the wrong person hurt us in Lobely.
But we had literally a 24-hour trip where this information could have been communicated.
And you were playing leapfrog.
Well, you kept saying things about skin to her.
She was the one that brought up skin. Okay.
Yeah, Hank does the same motion of
Arjo did the same. He's like, this was a big thing for 8 hours.
I didn't know.
I'm sorry, I get nervous, and then I say the wrong thing. I'm sorry.
Okay, listen, I will let it. It's fine. We've all made mistakes. My first impression to you was obviously not a good one, and I apologize for that. But since we're all kind of just throwing things out on the table, I've met Avandra.
Oh.
What?
I'm sorry, Avandra, the goddess?
Yeah, and I'll look directly at Hank and Ari, and yeah, the same Avandra. Yeah, she decided to pay me a visit last night, so now I know why I'm hanging around you guys. It's because she's doing it. It's her doing. Apparently, there's something she needs me to help you guys out with, and thus I'm here to help. I don't know if it's saving Tio or bouncing Jonathan's head off of a counter, but whatever it is, I'm here to assist.
Yeah, they're cryptic like that. Hank is not impressed.
So Paula would look over at Shift and just goes, "Is that why you were so distrustful of Miss Elegant last night? Because you thought she was a goddess in disguise?"
Well, no, I have a thing about,
Was she the goddess in disguise?
No, I don't believe so. I believe that she works. They seem to know one another. I mean, Elegant was specifically mentioned during my trance with Avandra, so is Elegant, still doing stuff in the back and be like...
She's not listening. She seems to be washing dishes in the far back.
Okay. I mean, we could always ask her, hey, Elegant...
Mr. Shift, actually, if you wanted, since you were so suspicious of her last night, and we were all tired, I was only kind of half listening, but I did prep a spell that would help us to tell if she's not a typical person, if that would help you.
I mean, if you feel it necessary. I mean, I feel like I can trust her now, but then again, Avandra did bring something up that I have a problem for pretty women. I guess perhaps I should be a little cautious this time. Maybe you're right. I have a bit of a blind spot.
I mean, you don't seem to have a problem around me.
Oh, well...
Dead silence.
Rain,
oh my God.
Rain just looks angrily at Shift, accusatory, I have a problem around my friend! She doesn't say it, she just gives you that look
Well, you haven't tried to curse me yet, so,
Is that what you're into?
Don't curse, shame him.
Really, not really, no.
Tia, some men are really into it when women do terrible things to them, so...
It's not, I swear to you...
Did you know he's ex-royalty? It's okay, he's not even worth my time.
Okay.
Ow, okay.
Just throwing shade all over Shift.
And you'll see Shift's skin kind of flush blue quickly before he, walks up and, walks to the bar and be like, Sapala, could you get that spell ready?
Oh, sure.
Do Do they have that thing here, the cake thing that Zapala got last at the other place?
No, but they have this here, and he hands him coffee.
Oh, we want to give Darger coffee.
Yeah, we want to roll a Constitution save if you're having some coffee, my friend.
Okay.
We're giving Archer black coffee.
Oh, boy. Stay tuned, folks. This is going to be a ride. Nat 20, baby.
Oh, you're fine, and coffee is delicious.
Am I hyper? Oh, I was going to talk super fast. Okay.
Nope, you're pleasantly energized, but not in a, like, manic way.
This tastes like beans.
Yes.
Bean juice.
Good, bitter, black
Yes, it
beans.
is bean juice.
And as they talk about beans, Sapala and Shift head over to the counter.
How close are we to?
Elegant is kind of washing dishes, like, in the far back. Like, when you guys approach the counter, she can hear you. She kind of turns, looks over her shoulder. She goes, 1 second, just gotta dry my hands. You see her put the pans down. So, like, you're probably 25 feet away.
Oh, perfect. That's near the edge of the spell, so that's fine. I guess at this point, Sapala will kind of look to Shift for a confirmation.
It's okay. Yeah, I mean, I obviously don't know, so go do your thing.
Sapala's going to kind of pick at the air with two of his fingers and then kind of curl them up and then point to the left with two fingers, and he's going to end up casting Detect Good and Evil. For the next 10 minutes, Sapala knows if there is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of me. And I know where they're located.
Sure. Behind you, you sense 2 celestials.
Do we get anything off Elegant?
She just seems to be a tabaxi lady.
Worth a shot.
I have a question. Can you tell if you yourself are good or bad?
No.
It does not tell alignment.
I was just curious because he had the internal struggle. He has the spell.
I mean, you're not wrong, because Sapala would deeply be like, okay, am I secretly like an aberrant or an undead and I don't know it?
So you put this spell out, right? And you sense the 2 celestials behind you. You realize it's probably Aerei and Hank. And at this point, Elegant flicks the water off her hands. You see her ears kind of flick. And she turns around. She looks at you and she says, "Real? Casting spells on me? I don't appreciate it."
It's not a targeted spell, it's a radial effect. So I don't know if that she would still detect it, but
No, she's
Nope.
got it.
so as Elegant says that, Sapala immediately starts to sweat and looks over at Shift and just goes, Mr. Shift wanted me to do it, and he just walks back, like, stiff as a board, back to his seat and sits down, eats bacon, and just...
Fucking narc on your bro right away.
He broke under the pressure.
So she folds her arms and she looks at Shift and said, "Well, it looks like you have some explaining to do." And that's where we're going to end the session.
Thank you for tuning in to Standard Array. Help our show grow by leaving us a review on your podcast player of choice and sharing us with your friends, players, and DMs. Also, please make sure to follow us on social media or on our Discord server for our next adventure. Links are in this episode's description.